Hey guys, Eric.
It's Tim.
But Joey. We are D&D Miniature and Board Games. So, as I stated in the unboxing, I saw it. That nostalgia wave hit me. I had to get it. Beside the fact that someone at the store threw the box at me when he was getting it out. Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. We did. Did you read how Choose Your Own Adventures, right?
Yes.
Yes. I can't remember if I asked what your answer was.
It's the old age.
It is.
It is.
Or the fact that you're a young pup and it may not have been around anymore by the time you got there.
That was found out today with Steven at store. He never read Andy's.
Wow.
And how old is he?
22, maybe.
God.
So.
When I was 22.
Do they even have books anymore?
When I was 22, I still hadn't read my first novel. What are you talking about?
But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to play through this. We may just do chapter 1, depending on how long it takes.
Oh, it's going to take a minute.
So, because yes, we have to read, and some people, don't read well.
It's got pictures, so it helps them.
Yeah. So it is set up where initially you get a pocket knife and a bottle of water. These are the pocket knife you can use in fights. I never read the bottle of water.
Bottle of water reduces
right.
the danger meter. Danger zone!
You have a danger meter that the ultimate goal, if I remember correctly, is to get, to 25 on the psychic meter? Or as high as you can without dying.
I think it's as high as we can without dying.
But if we drop down, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because
we're psychic detectives.
Psychotics, more like it.
Well, yeah.
Won't argue it.
So, you also may tend to wonder about the reading of the cards. First person takes it, and when they pull the next card to be read, it goes to the person to their left. So, I would go, Troy would go, Tim would go.
And then the video will probably stop.
Because Tim will have to read. So, and you also keep the cover on the book at all times so people can't read what the next pages are.
Basically, we're going to read you a novel.
And we're going to decide which way it goes. Hence.
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Thank you, Tim. I was waiting for somebody to jump in there. It's a Tuesday morning in late June, and you wake up in a cold sweat. The nightmares came again last night. Even though you are an aspiring detective and a psychic investigator... How did you know we were a psychic investigator?
Because I'm a psychic.
You haven't been able to make sense of the haunting dreams you've had the past few weeks, but you could look at me like that. In your dreams, you keep seeing the same spooky house. You're still shivering and under the covers when you hear the phone ring downstairs in your basement, where you have your combination office and research laboratory. You dash down to the lab to answer it. I need. A weak voice says, when you pick up the receiver, I need your help. You hear a loud click and the phone goes dead. But you were prepared. While the caller was talking, you activated your high-speed telephone tracing device. It instantly displays the caller's number, 555-7259. You call back the number right away, but there's no answer. I was thinking the same thing, I know. After consulting the tall stack of reverse phone books behind your desk, and you are disappointed to learn the number is unlisted. You sense that the phone call is somehow related to your nightmares. Later, while at the Hedgebrook police station, to return a night scope you borrowed for a recent stakeout, you describe the mysterious phone call and...
Now, before you continue, why do you have a research lab? What the hell are you researching?
I'm trying to figure out why a police department gave me a night scope.
Because you're Batman. Duh.
Batman psychic?
Yeah.
Awesome. You can carry on now.
Describe the mysterious phone call and... your reoccurring dreams to your friend, Sergeant Morrison. That call does sound strange, he says. We'll look into it. And about that house in your dreams, a voice from the hallway. I wonder if you're dreaming about the Marsden house, out on Hedgebrook Road. Detective Murphy sticks his mustache face into the room. Modern house, ornate gate. That sounds like the Marsden place, all right, says Sergeant Morrison. Strange things are reported to happen out there. Detective Murphy takes a puff on his pipe. That place is haunted, he says. I know it sounds unprofessional, but I've had a file in a Marsden house for years, and I'm sure of it. He waves a folder in front of your face, and a phone number written on the front jumps out at you. It matches the one from your mysterious phone call.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
So the call is related to your nightmares. Your psychic sense was right. Draw clue 26 to discover your goal.
Close.
No cigar. Get inside the Marsden house.
Like we couldn't figure that one out.
You never know.
We are psychic.
Back at your home, you grab a bottle of water,
That's really
your
wild.
trusty pocket knife, preparing for a new investigation. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to a haunted house, and I've got a bottle of water
Uh-huh.
and a pocket knife.
That's right.
Because I just gave the night scope back to the police department.
I would have called the Ghostbusters.
I would have grabbed a damn shotgun. But anyways, okay.
I don't remember the number. It's 555 something.
Yes.
Not gonna watch it.
Half an hour later, you stand before the Marsden residence, which appears exactly as it did in your nightmares. The house's futuristic look is a strange contrast to the antiquated appearance of the stone wall and the wrought iron gate, which is locked shut and wrapped in steel chains. Even though the air is balmy and a chill travels down your spine, the gathering clouds on the horizon hint as a brewing summer thunderstorm.
I don't remember that part of it.
So we have 3 people here and 2 choices. So the way we have decided to do this is they make their choices, and if a tie has to be made, the person reading the card breaks the tie. So, search the wall on the way in or climb the gate.
Climb the gate.
I say search the wall.
I'm saying climb the gate.
I
So
feel-
if we climb the gate, we're going to page 7.
I feel impalement coming.
I'm counting on it. But we're psychic. We should know this is going to happen. You pull yourself over the rusting gate and land with a crunch on the gravel driveway leading toward the house. But before you can survey the surroundings, you hear a guttural sound coming from your left. You encounter a shadowy, hunched-over figure emerging from the darkened doorway of a decrepit gatehouse. You can just barely make out eyes and white fangs dripping with saliva. Sound like one of my exes. The figure crouches as
One
if...
of?
I said one of. Being fair here. I'm pretty sure I'll have more later.
What was his name?
Eric. The figure crouches as if to spring forward at any moment. Who's there? You stammer. Suddenly, the creature lunges at you, snarling. You spot a guardhouse not far away. If you can get past the creature, you might be able to hide there. Or perhaps you should just turn and flee up the driveway toward the main house. Oh, it's got a picture for you. Picture.
Wow, that is kind of a creature.
Hmm.
It's like Bigfoot.
It does like one axis. Alright, optional challenge. It's to fight the creature. That's the only other option. If not, we're running. Watch out.
How far was the guardhouse?
Doesn't say. Well, we got to
You
make
gotta
it
run out the
past.
driveway.
Got to make it past the critter.
It's not far away.
Stand and fight?
I'm a fighter.
Yep, stand and fight.
Alright, we're gonna use the pocket knife?
Oh, sure, why not?
Yeah, be a good idea.
I wouldn't use the bottle of water.
Could be holy water.
So roll for it.
Roll for it.
And so instead of a 3, we need a 2 or better, correct?
Jeez.
Jeez.
So, draw clue 10.
We don't get any psychic scale on that?
No.
I love how you just laugh about that, too.
It's probably unwise to engage such a savage beast in combat, but danger is your middle name. You land a few
Middle name.
quick
Mine's not
jabs on the creature before it can react, and then you throw it to the ground. You stand there for a moment, your confidence high. Then the creature leaps to his feet and rushes you. You manage to win round 1, but you're in no hurry to start round 2, so you race for the shadows beside a big boulder before the creature can get its hands on you. Draw clue 25. This is a bad idea.
To draw the card or to afford it?
To fought it. High-powered binoculars. You find a pair of binoculars in the shadows, With the creature on the loose, you can't hide there forever, so you run to the guardhouse. Keep this item and go to story card 19.
Come on, we got high-powered binoculars.
Yeah. Well, we did lose our, scope back in the police station.
We really didn't lose it. We had to give it back.
No, we lost it.
The
The sergeant won it in a poker game. Let's be fair about this. Oh, you can go ahead.
Continue.
I want to drink some of the vodka.
You were lucky to escape the creature, but you know it's still out there. Somewhere. You run into the old guardhouse, which is a small room with several TV monitors flashing black and white images of various places on the estate grounds. Some monitors are broken, and shards of glass are scattered across the desk and the wood floors. A hefty book titled History of Notwin County is lying on the desk. Notwin County.
Creative.
Very.
The H isn't silent. Nothwin. Nothwin County.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Curious, you look up the name Marsden Henry in the index. Sure enough, it references an entry on page 93. Your heart races as you return to the page to read the bio. Henry Marsden Boers, 1839. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Died 1887. General in the Union Army during the Civil War, severely wounded at the Battle of Shiloh. In 1862, appointed warden of Hedgebrook Prison in 1880. Rumored to have been killed in the prison riot fire of 1887.
My psychic ability says he didn't die. He's still alive.
No, he's dead. He's a ghost. with the
My
most.
psychic abilities say he's not a popular guy. You think? The desk has 3 drawers.
Oh, hang on.
Maybe there's something useful inside. A wooden ladder leads up to a hatch in the roof. Through a window filled with cobwebs, you can see an open field that leads to the manor's front door. You consider what to do next. Optional challenge. Search the desk drawers. If we win, we get a clue. If we lose, raise the danger meter.
Search.
Don't we get a
Well,
positive?
yeah, what symbol is it for it?
What do you mean? Oh, it's an eyeball.
Hey,
So anything but a 1?
anything but a 1. Can't quit rolling these 2s already.
For real, it's getting close. Draw clue number 4. Would you like me to read clue number 4?
I don't know. Do you want me to read it?
I don't know. Am I reading
You
it?
can read this. This
is
for you.
easy?
Perfect for you.
Okay. You find a battery in the drawer. It could power a flashlight or a taser or who knows what else. Keep this item. Finish story card 19.
I vote taser.
Taser zone!
Had a good time.
What are we voting on now?
Alright, so now we're voting on if you climb the ladder to the hatch, to the roof, you go to story card 27. Or if you call through the window and run to the front door of the house, go to story card 3. That's a big gap.
Well, I got a fear of heights, so I vote for the yell and run.
Yell and run.
Yell and run, card number 3.
You only make a few steps across the open field before you hear a clicking sound from around your feet that freezes you in your tracks. Looking down, you see feverishly disturbed earth around your sneakers, as though someone had recently buried something there. As you lift your foot to look, ka-click! The reality of the situation becomes clear. You have just stepped on a landmine. A noise like thunder and infinitely loud rings out, but you never even hear it. Instantly, everything goes black. The end. Move back 1 space on the psychic scale and return to the previous card.
Oh, that was awesome.
We died!
So if we go back to the previous card,
Right, which would be that one.
which means now we get to go to 27.
Now we go up the hatch instead. All right. Way to go.
So you actually don't have to start the whole game over. They just start you off where you perished.
That's a good thing.
Which is pretty much how I did Choose Your Own Novels.
Okay.
Teeter.
So, now we've gone back in time. For those of you who have watched Wayne's World. You scramble up the ladder, through the hatch, and onto the guardhouse's decaying tile roof. It seems to be on the verge of collapsing. But you find a spot that you're reasonably sure won't cave in when you put your weight on it. Across the dangerously unstable roof from where you crouch uneasily, you can see a pile of construction materials, probably left over by contractors working on the roof. Among the materials, a first aid kit, but navigating the length of the roof to reach it will be perilous. One wrong step and you could stumble off the roof into the ditch you see below. Near you is a thick vine that you could climb down to reach a courtyard, and not too far from where you is a long board someone has laid between the roof and the nearby greenhouse, which seems to be sturdier than the guardhouse. I think dying on landmines affected my speech.
It apparently has.
So, optional challenge, get to the first aid kit. Win, draw clue 6, then make story choice below. Lose, raise danger meter by 2 and go to story card 26. It's feet, so we don't have a choice, so you have to roll a 3 or better. I've been rolling 2s.
You want to take that?
Oh my god. Clue number 6, Troy.
What?
I know how bad I roll. That's why I'm not doing
We
that
win,
yet.
right?
First aid kit. The first aid kit is fully stocked. The way things are going, you're sure you'll need it. We just had a landmine, of course. Discard at any time to lower the danger meter by 4.
Okay.
Now finish card 27.
Okay, so if you cross the greenhouse, go to story 29. If you climb down the vine, story 14.
Do you want a Tarzan or do you want to tightrope it?
I'm all about tightrope.
I'm Tarzan.
So it goes to me to break the tie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to go across to the greenhouse.
Okay.
Because I figure, what the heck, dying again sounds like fun.
I was counting on another landmine. I was counting on it. We got one leg left.
I just knew the vine was gonna snap.
No, realistically, we're dead.
After crossing the precious board, you find yourself at one end of a walkway that spans the length of the greenhouse roof. From here you can see most of the mansion's vast grounds, which are a little out of place amid the surrounding suburban neighborhood. The air is full of mosquitoes and other buzzing insects. This is in Georgia. The clouds you saw on the horizon earlier seem to be closer now. You see that there's an open access door in the roof that would allow you to ascend into the greenhouse. You can also drop down onto a path which appears to lead to the side of the mansion itself. Oh, got another picture. Mosquitoes. We all know what these are now.
Yeah.
If you wriggle through the access door and enter the greenhouse, or do you drop onto the path and run to the side of the house?
I'm all about wriggling at this point.
What were the choices?
Wriggle through the access door and enter the greenhouse, or drop onto the path and run to the side of the house.
I want to run to the side of the house.
Oh, man.
That's right, it's on you. Y'all been doing this to me since we started this damn game.
Alright, we're going to drop to the side. 20. Landmine.
Here it comes.
Hear that, the creature catches up.
Running along the side of the house, you discover that it is a tight squeeze between the house and the fence. Well, durr, have you seen me? You almost have it.
Can't miss you today.
You almost have to shuffle sideways to make it through, which makes you
Claustrophobic.
Phobic.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, you hear a sound of lone violin playing a gorgeous flowing melody with expert skill and confidence.
So we're on the Titanic.
There's a clearing up ahead. So you're unsure of what lies at the end.
Side hurt.
And the space you were in has become so tight it would be easier to climb over the fence to check the violinist playing the amazing melody. Look, there's a fence. It's a fence.
I never saw a fence.
It's a choose your own adventure book.
All right, so if we run towards the clearing, go to card 30. If you climb over the fence to follow the violin melody, go to card 17.
I think we should leave off the card numbers from here on out. Give the options, but don't give the card numbers.
Why? Because it worked so well for us when we chose the landmine?
It did.
I want to go see the violinist.
Yeah, I agree. Climb the fence.
All right, climb the fence. So we go to card 17.
Once we put some Crisco on you and get you so we can move.
You move further and further toward the hypnotic sound of the distant violin, which is oddly calming and uplifting, even as the winds increase around you. You notice there's a driveway up in the distance, but before you get there, you arrive at a house stable with open gate. Inside, sitting on a stool, is the source of the violin music. A chimpanzee playing his heart out, a soulful expression on his face. The chimp is fully committed to the music. You have never heard such an emotional performance. It's beautiful.
This is how Planet of the Apes starts. Right here.
If you leave the stable and run to the driveway, or you can tiptoe through the gate to the experience and the full power of the performance.
I want to see the picture.
He has no clothes on. I know you want to go to the chimp.
I actually do want to go to the chimp, but
Yes.
not for that reason.
Chimp?
Chimp.
We're all going to the chimp, so...
All right, Caesar, what you got?
Could be Cornelius.
You tiptoe through the open gate, eager to hear the finale of the chimp's violin piece. Quietly. With your third step, you trigger a motion sensor light that completely illuminates the interior of the building. Apparently, this is no stable. It's a kennel. 20 Doberman pinchers were peacefully enjoying the concert, but now they glare at you with anger in their eyes. The chimp frowns and slowly points his violin bow toward you. The Dobermans respond and rush to attack you, and then eat you alive. The last thing you see is the chimpanzee violinist laughing at your fate. So embarrassing. The end. Move back one space on the psychic scale and return back to card 17. Oh, it's even the chimp pointing at us with the dogs running at us.
Okay.
So that's twice we've died.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, but I think the psychic scale...
Oh, nothing good about to come from this now.
Psychic scale. Psychic scale represents the level of your extrasensory powers throughout the game. Actions you take during your adventure will raise or lower the psychic scale level. Higher levels will yield beneficial rewards.
Mm-hmm.
This just means that we're really piss poor psychics.
When you finish Chapter 5, you reach the end of the story in the game. There are several ways to conclude the game. The ending you see depends on the choices you made and the items you found.
Oh, I'll admit, I'm a fake psychic.
Finishing a story and chapter story returns. When you reach a story card indicating that you achieved your goal, you may move on to the next chapter. Keep items you found and maintain your current positions in the danger and psychic beater. Return the current story deck, da-da-da-da. If you're planning to play the next, blah blah blah. A key places in the story, blah 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 blah. If you choose to go back in the story, 2 rules apply. Cards you have already seen, cards that have been discarded and clues in your inventory cannot be added to your inventory again and cannot lower the danger meter or move you forward on the psychic scale. So we've died twice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. So where were we at?
So
We're going to 30?
Yep.
Yeah, because we saw what the monkey does for us.
See, we need to lay out the death. Where's the landmine at?
No, because we aren't going back to it.
But, you know what?
Yeah, just to keep track.
Right.
See how many times we die.
Chapter 1 goal achieved. I hear the Xbox achievement now.
Ding!
You appear in a driveway, which leads you to the mansion's entrance. On the door is a plaque that reads Marsden and a large crystal door knocker. which seems newer than everything else on the front of the building. You knock loudly many times, but there is no answer. The storm is really picking up now. You try the doorknob and are surprised to find that the door is unlocked. Well, of course, they had a gate, we jumped over it, so... You've been lucky enough so far, but you wonder if you missed something. Before you enter the house, you look back. You can see a few clear paths. One leads towards a statuary, another to a small cemetery. Two more paths stretch out toward a watery ditch with a gate and the house's luxurious pool. You could go back to the store if you want. Story return. There are items in this chapter that will be useful later in the story. You can take a risk and go back for any you missed by following the choices below. 4 options here. You head to the statuary. You'll raise the danger meter by 2. If you head to the cemetery, raise the danger meter by 2. If you head to the ditch, raise the danger meter by 2. If you head to the pool, guess how much you raise the danger meter by?
2?
You got that right. Otherwise, you may advance to chapter 2 and keep everything you got.
We've already died twice. I want to go to chapter 2.
Well, we gotta pick which one we're gonna do and go to chapter 2.
No, we can do one of these or...
Well,
Just
let's decide first.
Oh.
Stay and go to one of those things, or go to chapter 2, and then we'll decide between.
Oh,
the 4.
I thought it was we had to do one of those.
No.
Okay, so I say go to chapter 2. Yeah.
I say we go to the cemetery.
So you want to go to one of the locations?
Mm-hmm. Because there's got to be more. I mean, look. There's got to be more.
What the hell? Let's go to the cemetery.
Okay. 21. Stupid chimp.
Oh, come on. There was a landmine in the middle of your yard.
Yeah, a landmine.
Whose turn is it? Mine or it's
It's mine. Give me the stupid card. Passing between a pair of stone angels, you enter a family cemetery.
You notice how his whole aura changes when he starts to read? Give me this two. Passing between the stones.
There's a marble mausoleum in the center of the cemetery. A short set of stairs leads into the shadowy interior. Next to where you stand, a freshly dug grave yawns in the pale sunlight. It's unsettling to think of climbing into it, but you see something shiny embedded in the dirt walls.
It's another landmine.
So there's something shiny in the dirt walls.
Alright, so do we go into the mausoleum?
Go to mausoleum.
Or
I don't want the ore.
do we climb into the grave?
Mausoleum.
You know, as much as I want to climb into a freshly dug grave that will probably kill us again,
Well, let's
let's
be
go
fair.
into the mausoleum.
The freshly dug grave was us from, the landmine. And the chimp and the dogs are probably eating us from the other one.
Well, at any rate, we're going to the mausoleum.
Now, you realize that no matter what happens, if we hit 0 on psychic scale, we done.
We're going to be fine.
What? Page 5?
Mm-hmm.
The mausoleum interior feels musty and cool. Something is dripping from the ceiling and landing in the corner with a plank, which is odd given that it hasn't started raining yet. You also notice the mausoleum is bigger on the inside than the outside suggested. A stone sarcophagus lies before you in the center of the chamber with the word Marsden carved into it. It appears that others have been in the mausoleum recently. There's a freshly dug pit to the side of the sarcophagus, and an elaborate tunnel has been dug into the ground beside the nearby wall. You can see the tunnel is lined with cement. Optional challenge, search the sarcophagus. Optional challenge, remove the stone lid. I want to search around the sarcophagus.
Well, you're not supposed to choose anything.
Oh, sorry.
I want to move the lid.
I do too.
Okay, so roll. I can't believe our luck. Draw a clue 23.
Clues can't kill us, can they?
Haven't quite thought about that yet. Okay, so this might be a bad idea. Large wooden dowel. You find a large wooden dowel. Your psychic sense tells you this is an important item. Keep this item. Move forward one space on the psychic scale. Finish story card 5.
There was more.
I guess.
If you climb into the pit, go to card 16. If you travel through the tunnel, 28.
Tunnel.
Pit of misery. Dilly dilly.
I was thinking pit.
Dilly dilly.
Because, I'm just a glutton for punishment tonight. There you go. And besides, we went one up on the psychic scale, so...
Dilly dilly.
Guarantee we're going to lose it. Without warning, the earthen walls begin to collapse around you, and before you can react, you're up to your waist in dirt.
Yes!
You writhe and twist, trying to escape, but it only causes more soil to cascade down.
Nice.
Soon it's up to your shoulders, then your neck, then your cheeks. You struggle to spit the swell out as it fills your mouth, but within moments you are fully buried. You can only see the dark earth in front of your eyes. Your hand closes around a metal disc, perhaps a coin. You'll never know, though, as the swell fills your lungs and the world wavers and goes gray before finally turning black. The end. Move one space back on the second scale and return to the previous card.
Oh, so I guess we're going
Freaking
the
knew
other way. Page 28.
So I almost had the shiny disc though.
There was a shiny disc, man.
Look here, ferrets.
Hey. Ooh, shiny things. Squirrel!
God. Poor Wyatt. You creep through the darkness and find the cement walls end as natural stone and earth begin. Occasional vents to the surface let in just barely enough light to see by. Ahead you glimpse the warm firelight of the torches. You come to a fork in the tunnel lit by the dancing flames. One tunnel descends deeper and is half filled with water. You could swim through it, but you can't see where the tunnel leads or how far it goes. Another tunnel looks partially caved in. Tiny clumps of earth periodically fall from the ceiling as you approach this tunnel, and several of the supports that hold the walls up have gaping cracks in them. Here's the picture. I know.
The artwork is astounding.
Actually, it's pretty.
It takes me right back to the days of reading these books.
It does actually.
If you dive into the water-filled tunnel, or do you explore the partially collapsed tunnel?
I'm not going with the collapse.
I'm collapsed. Like we could die again. Come on.
Actually, yeah, we're going to the water-filled tunnel because the collapse was that again.
Yeah.
22.
That's just not fair.
Look, we died 3 times. We're like a freaking cat at this point.
So we're hairy with a tail?
Mustering all the courage you can, you dive into the watery tunnel. There is just enough room in the tunnel above the water for you to lift your head between strokes to take a breath.
Are we dying again?
No, but apparently we're stroking. Eventually, the tunnel drops lower and lower until it's completely submerged underwater. You hold your breath, dive down, and look around. After about 30 feet, the tunnel opens up to a bigger body of water, a pond or a pool, with sunlight beaming into it. You pop up for air. Well, I've come this far, you think. You're ready to chance it. You take a deep breath and dive back down. You get 10 feet in, 15 feet in, 25 feet in. Just as you're about to exit the underwater tunnel, something tugs on your leg. Oh, crap. You can't tell if it's an animal or if you're caught in an underwater vine.
It's the big hairy beast.
Required challenge. Fight to escape.
I think we'll be using the knife now.
Yep.
There you go, Troy. You're the only one that hasn't rolled. Do her better.
Let's see that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Told ya! This is why I don't roll dice.
So, we lost the knife. We'll just put that up there in the death pile.
Yeah, why not? Why you don't let me touch dice?
The danger meter by 4.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And try again.
Try again? No, hang on. When can we use this stuff? Because we can lower that danger meter back down.
Oh, I forgot about that. Time warp.
It's just
Would
jump
you-
to the left. Alright, we can use the first aid kit
Mm-hmm.
to take it back down 4.
Okay.
And that gets discarded.
So, what do we do? What happens if we fail?
Raise it by 4. And try again.
Water bottle?
Vodka, you mean? Take it down 3, yeah. No! Oh,
Oh, God.
2, 3, 4.
Uh,
Battery ain't gonna help.
I don't know if everything gonna help, so
No, you don't roll. Give it down. 5 or 6 now. Huh?
well, look at it this way. We went back down to 3, and, well, that's the end of psychic scale.
Be drowned.
Wow.
Well, obviously it's been about 20 or 30 years since any of us have read Choose Your Adventure books.
Well, I thought that has nothing to do with it.
Nope. I would never use that die again because I touched it and used it.
That die is cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, now I get a 4.
Huh.
Really?
It didn't even. Oh,
There you go. There's your 1. There's your 1. 1. Really?
To both extremes.
Stop. So we died 3 times.
4, technically.
We've gone down past psychic scale so bad that I don't think we can come back from it.
I don't think we can call ourselves psychics.
We even lost our lucky pocket knife.
This is why you don't drink and swim.
So the actual game is designed that no matter how much you die, you continue on till the end of the story. And it depends on what you have and how much your psychic scale is to depend, I believe, on if you actually won or lost. But since we made a conscious decision that once you got to 0 on psychic scale...
Which, technically, you can't go any lower than that, so...
Like limbo.
Yeah, we're already floating.
Mm-hmm.
Face down.
But we did actually die 3 times.
With something wrapped around our leg. That we couldn't fight off with a knife.
No, we dropped the knife the minute the tentacle wrapped around our neck.
Pretty much, yeah. So as always, guys, support your local gaming. We support Discover Games, Fayetteville, Georgia, which is actually where I was convinced to buy this game by someone else at Discover Games in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Yeah, that was my disaster.
As always, guys, game on.
Game on, folks.
Come on.
Yeah.